I'm going to show you now the pre-operative checks and maintenance for the Willys Manufactured Elite Round Bale Feeder. Okay, on this machine it has 10 grease nipples. I'm going to show you where they all are. There's one there. And we go across to the back. There's another one there. When you put grease in there, you pump grease in until you see it just start to come out the seal, and that is sufficient. When you are checking there, have a look in behind here and make sure there's no build-up of silage wrap or silage netting or anything like that. It is imperative that they are kept clean. Okay, you have another one down in each wheel. Now, they only require 2 pumps of grease. Do not put too much grease into them. Just 2 pumps each time will be sufficient. Okay, also in here, you have another grease nipple in there. Okay, then you have 2 corresponding grease nipples at the back there. And then you have one up in here. Now what I suggest to do is once you have started all your other checks, you then drop the machine down. It makes them a lot safer and accessible where the fork can't come back on you. You don't have to hold it up. So have the machine go, the back go down, and then do those 2 under both forks. And the same again, you need to have grease coming out. Once you've got grease coming out between there, that's enough grease for the day's operation. Okay, on the other side, you have the same again. You have one at the front, corresponding position to the other side, and the same again on the wheel. Now, while we are doing this, we've checked the tyres. So we've ensured that they are safe to operate, they're not bald, and that they are correctly inflated. Also too, checking the wheel nuts to make sure that they are tight. So having a clean machine makes things a lot easier to be checking these things. So then we have the last 2 grease points, is the other bearings on the other side or on the right hand side of the machine, up the back there, and then up the front. And it's up under here, just there. So the same again, you put grease in until you can see it start to come out of the seal, and then that's sufficient grease. And also checking to make sure there's no foreign materials caught up underneath the chains here, and also too that the chains are in an operable, safe position, that they are running in the tracks right along there, they haven't come out, that there's no bent bars that could cause an obstruction and cause the machine to jam and break. And then also, before you hook it up to a machine, you need to check the hydraulic lines to make sure there's no cuts, nicks or abrasions in them. If there's any damage to them, it needs to be reported so it can be addressed immediately. Also too, that they are secured in the block carriers. If there's any damage to any of these, or if there's damage caused, it needs to be reported instantly to your manager so that it can be rectified.